you're having this realization now, like, man, I better change some stuff. I need to get back in there and be present with my kids and really connect. Then do it today. Because every day that passes that you're not focused on that is a day of regret you'll have later, or years of regret you'll have later. It doesn't matter how ripped you are. It doesn't matter how much money you have in the bank. If you don't feel good on the inside about how you're doing as a father, you're not going to be able to sleep at night. Podcast. I'm Chris Rodack. Time goes so fast. Man, I was just talking to a guy. He's 40. His kid, he has a 1-year-old. And I'm 35. I have a 9-year-old and a 7-year-old. And I just been thinking so much about my kids getting older and the lack of time I have left, I feel like. And I know there's people out there whose kids are like about to graduate. And they're like, you have a lack of time. I've got a lack of time. And I hear you. I'll be there soon enough. And I don't want to be there. But I know that they need us at every age, and they are going to still, my kids are still going to need me whenever they graduate, whenever they move on. But it really does fill me with like a sadness knowing that they're gonna leave at some point. And what that does to me is it makes me think, all right, today I've got this much time available. How can I make the most of it and show up for my kids? When they get home from school and they see me, how are they going to see me? What am I going to be doing? What's my face going to look like? Am I going to be energized? Am I going to run and hug them first before they run and hug me? How are they going to remember me today? And then I have to do that again tomorrow and the next day and every single day for their lives. Every single day while they live with me, I need to show up as my very best self. It's important to me. It's super important to me that they get that version of me every single time they see me, even if I don't feel like it. The other day I had a leg day for my workout, and I could barely walk. We did squat after squat after squat, and I hate squats. I hate them. You may love them. I hate squats. And as soon as I got home, it's snowing in here in Pittsburgh. It's cold. Our yard is wet. We live on a steep hill. It's no flat yard. And my daughter comes running. She gives me a hug. My son runs to me. He gives me a hug. And they say, Dad, let's go play cops and robbers. I was like, okay. All I wanted to do is sit on the couch and do nothing. It's inside. It's all I wanted to do. It's just sit on the couch, do nothing. Take a drink, watch some TV. I never really do that, but that's what I wanted to do. And I said, okay, sure, I'll go run and play with you. So they grab me, we go outside, we run around the yard, and they say, we're playing cops and robbers. The jail is at the top of the hill. So I have to sprint around running, chasing them. Then when I catch them, I have to take them to the top of the hill. And then I have to get the other one, take the other one to the top of the hill. And then if they tag each other, they're let out. And it was like a whole nother exercise. It was a whole nother day of cardio for me right after my leg workout. And I was just kind of like hobbling after them. And our yard is wet and freezing cold, so my sneakers were sinking in. And I did not feel like doing it at that moment. I did not feel like playing tag, but I still forced myself to do it because I know there's going to be a day when I'm going to look back and I'm going to wish I played tag with them. Had I said no, gone inside, took a hot shower, sat on the couch, watched some TV, it would have felt physically really good, but my soul would have felt bad. I would have felt physically good, just like going back to sleep, just like eating a piece of candy, but my soul, my spirit would have suffered. So I chased them in the cold. And eventually, it didn't take long, but I did end up having fun. And no matter what I was feeling or thinking, I still had a smile on my face. I still acted excited. I still engaged with them. I still chased them around until they said they were done, because I had that time available. So until they said they were done, I was chasing them around the yard and making it as fun and memorable as I can, because that day will be gone someday, and I'm going to miss it like hell. That's how I think about almost all the time I have with my kids. I'm going to miss this. Make the most of it right now. Whenever you're older, you're going to want this time back. So just do what you can right now. And that's not just physically being there, spending time with them. That means being the best version of myself while they're here. It means exercising and being the healthiest I can in front of them. It means me becoming, like, one of the things I want to work on is being a better storyteller. So it means that me going out, reading books, and practicing telling stories so that I can tell my kids better stories while they're here. I want to become a better speaker so I can communicate and affect their lives better while they're here with me. Forever, but while they're here with me, this is 80% of the time I'm ever going to be with them is during these 18 years. After they leave, 20% of the time, on average, you see your kids from like 18 to the rest of your life. So 80% of the time you get to see your kids is right here while they're living with you. So you better have your shit together, and you better be intentional about it. I know there's a lot of people who say, the first 5 years of my life, the first 8 years of my life, I was kind of selfish. I was just focused on my career, and now I want to connect with my kids. And I applaud them. It's amazing. Do it. But you want to, from the get-go, do that. You want to be with your kids, intentional, present, from the moment they're born. And if years have passed and you're having this realization now, like, man, I better change some stuff. I need to get back in there and be present with my kids and really connect, then do it today. Because every day that passes that you're not focused on that is a day of regret you'll have later, or years of regret you'll have later. It doesn't matter how ripped you are. It doesn't matter how much money you have in the bank. If you don't feel good on the inside about how you're doing as a father, you're not going to be able to sleep at night. None of that stuff matters. The only thing that matters for a father is his spirit, his soul, how he's showing up for his family. Are you leading by example? Are you proud of the way you were today? When you were with your daughter, did you look her in the eyes? Did you connect with her on a spiritual level? Did you make a memorable impact on her today? Or were you staring at your phone, thinking about something else and thinking about a sales call that's coming up, thinking about drinking at the bar later? Do your very best every single day with your family. Connect. This time will be gone. Find the thing in you. Find that fire. Because it's not just about you right now. It's about the future generations that you're spawning on the world. Are we creating people who love their role of father, or are we creating people who are dismissive of it? We want to be creating future rising fathers. We want to create future fathers who are passionate about their role, passionate about their job, and love nothing more than connecting with their kids and imparting these lessons on them and turning them into loving, caring, responsible, respectful, strong people. So it's not just about us. Like choosing to, if I chose to stay inside instead of play with my kids, that's an infinite decision. It has an infinite impact. It's not just that one moment I'm affecting. It's affecting my kids' grandkids. Because they would see how I'm treating them. That would have an impact on how they treat their kids and how their kids treat their kids. That's how we have to think about all these moments we have with our kids. It's super important. We have to make an impact. We have to be intentional. So no matter how old your kids are right now, as soon as you see them today, give it your 100%. Be that rising father for them, because before we know it, this time will be gone.